This time, I'm going to share a well-known bit of Taiwanese folklore known as the Mountain Gremlins, as we Taiwanese call them. They are in many ways similar to the gremlins from European fairy tales, but much more sinister and terrifying. In fact, these mountain gremlins were once commonly used as a bedside story that parents tell their children so that the kids can shut up and go to sleep. The true nature of mountain gremlins remains unknown. Some say that they are more like humanoid cryptids, similar to Wendigos and Skinwalkers, that reside deep in the mountains and possess dark magical powers. Others believe that they are non-corporeal, demonic, ghostly entities instead. They usually disguise themselves when they are seen. A few well-known examples include a man wearing a yellow raincoat, which was sighted quite a few times in Yushan National Park, as well as the famous little girl in red. We'll get to that later. When they do reveal themselves, however, they use their powers to conjure up illusions and lure hikers away from their destination. These hikers are usually led to somewhere deep and dark within the mountains, where they are fed dirt and insects as food and kept alive, at least for the moment. Surprisingly, though, I've never heard that these mountain gremlins eat people. The lucky ones are found and rescued in time, while the less lucky ones usually die of dehydration and hunger instead. Many Taiwanese, especially those that live near the mountains, are pretty convinced that these gremlins actually exist. In fact, many of them have their own run-ins with these mysterious creatures/entities/whatever. On one occasion, an old woman that was 80-ish years old vanished after a bathroom break and was found several kilometers away, near a river somewhere deep in the mountains and barely conscious. What really puzzles the search and rescue officers was that the old woman actually made it that far alone without any professional hiking equipment, and what was even more chilling was that the woman claimed she had led there by the little girl in red. CCTV cameras coincidentally captured the old woman leaving the public bathroom in a trance-like state, and accompanied by a reddish haze that followed her to the nearby hiking trail. Usually, mountain gremlins only kidnap people for fun, they don't mean actual harm. In rare instances, however, some of these gremlins are known to deliberately harm or even murder people. The infamous little girl in red is an example of this. The little girl in red is supposedly a demonic gremlin-type entity so famous that 2 movies were actually made about it. While sightings of it have been reported all over Taiwan, one particular incident actually made it to the news headlines at that time. A family in Dakin sightseeing trail in Taizong was recording their hiking journey using a Super 8 camera. Apparently nothing was wrong during the trip, and they joked and laughed all the way back home until one of them suddenly died under unknown circumstances a few days later. After the man's death, the family viewed the videotape again and much to their horror, a little girl clad in red was seen following them throughout their journey. Her skin complexion is dark brown purple and just kinda ... off. And what's scary was that the girl's sockets were dark and hollowed and its facial expression just reeked of something unearthly and sinister. Also, the way she walked behind the family seemed kinda off, as if she was floating and her feet never touched the ground. During the funeral, they showed the tape to a Taoist priest, who felt that there was a strong evil presence emanating from the tape and advised the family not to view it again. Well, it appears they didn't listen to the guy and instead showed the videotape to others, until it made it to the news headlines and shocked the entire country. All those late-night talk shows and TV programs were discussing it, and it can be still found on YouTube. Someone also discovered that the man who later died was also shown in the video. He did briefly grin at the camera. What's strange, though, was that the moment he smiled, his facial expressions suddenly contorted into something demonic and unnatural. Dark complexion, dark and hollow eye sockets, black teeth, etc. Was he already chosen or even possessed by the little girl in red? who may have taken the man's life a few days later. We may never know. You can watch the video for yourself on YouTube. I am not going to post it here. I've seen the tape a few times and I just don't want to see it again. Redditors beware, don't watch it too many times either, as some say the entity may be powerful enough to feel your presence and reach to you from the tape.